Hello, hello, everyone. Pamela here with Passionate About Scrapbooking, your Stampin' Up demonstrator in the Texas Hill Country in Fredericksburg, Texas. Welcome to this Thursday's Restoring Joy Through Scrapbooking, where we will be working with the Keeping Traditions Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. And we're on project number 4. I've already done projects 1 through 3. And you can find those replays in YouTube at YouTube. And I'll add the links to the description after the live. So if you're joining me, say hello or give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're here. Hello, Jane. Hope you're doing well this Thursday. Is it Thursday in Australia? All right. I'm just making sure I'm live where I'm supposed to be. Instagram gives me fits, but I think it's working. All right, so let me know where you're viewing from. I see that Jane is on YouTube. Let me know if you're on Facebook or Instagram. And I would like or love a thumbs up or a heart. Is that how you do it? Friday morning. Yeah, that's what I figured. I thought y'all were ahead of us. So let's see. Thank you. Yeah, I did not have curly hair until I went gray. I had kind of wavy. It was getting a little bit wavy before then, but once I went all gray, I've got all these natural curls now. I'm trying to figure out and decide what to do with it. Hey, Christina, how are you? Christina's over on Instagram. You might can see my face. You won't be able to see the whole project here in a minute on Instagram because I still have not figured out how to make it landscape mode. So someday I'll sit down and get ChatGPT to help me figure that out. But if you want to see everything, you'll have to join me over on YouTube or Facebook, and the links are in the Instagram bio. All right. So say hello. Let me know where you're viewing from. And we'll get started here in a minute. There's so much going on right now with Stampin' Up. I'll go through just a couple of things that I can remember off the top of my head, which actually right now, Stampin' Up may be live with their Christmas Traditions card workshop. They were making cards and something else I don't remember. Well, I didn't get to participate because I've been prepping for today because I had to create a 2-page scrapbook layout from scratch using the scraps from the Keeping Tradition Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. So as I mentioned at the beginning, we've already done 3 of the layouts, and this is layout number 4 using scraps. So when I go back to my desk, I will show you the projects we've already done, and we'll get busy on project number 4. So they have a live workshop going on right now. It might be over, but I kind of doubt it. And then I think it was $30 you had to purchase for the workshop, and then you bought all the products, and they were going to create cards. They're going to start doing that, I think, on a monthly basis, but I'm not sure the time frame. And then there are some free workshops coming up that you can just watch. I think November 12th might be the next one. It's maybe a kit together. Like I said, I can't keep up with everything. What's super exciting right now, there's 2 super exciting things. We have a new starter kit special Join special happening right now through October 31st. And it's an incredible, an amazing deal. You can get $125 in products of your choice, including new pre-order online exclusives for November. So there's a gigantic range of products you can choose from. And so it's $125 worth of products, and you only pay $35. So if you'd like to join my team and be a part of the Passionate About Scrapbooking and Stamping team, then you can check out my website at passionateaboutscrapbooking.stampinup.net and find the join special with more information. There's also a second offer with that. There's actually two offers in one, and you can get $189 worth of products for only $99. So you can either spend $35 or $99 plus tax, no shipping. Shipping's always free on our starter kits. And we love hobbyists. And if you want to make a little money doing this or pay for your hobby, that's a great option. And then there's also, hello, I don't know everybody's names. Leisha from the UK. And then JCTAMA from Los Angeles. Welcome. If you want to see the full video landscape mode, you'll have to jump over to YouTube or Facebook, and you can find the link in my bio. What's the other great promo going on right now, just for 3 days, and we're on day number 2, is free shipping. So if you want to place an order through my website, you'll get free shipping on any order that's $75 or more. And this would be a fabulous time to purchase the creating keepsakes. Creating keepsakes. Who remembers that? Keeping traditions. I'll get it eventually. I wasn't even close. Keeping Traditions Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. And hey, Maria. And sorry, I'm being distracted by my husband and the dog. So what was I saying? The free shipping. Get the Keeping Traditions Scrapbooking Workshop Kit, plus the extra add-ons that I'm using throughout the pages, and I'll share more about that in just a minute, and that'll get you to $75 easy. And my bonus to you, when you place your order between now and tomorrow, Friday, October 24th at 11:59 Mountain Time, PM, PM, right before midnight, then I will let you choose from my retired Stampin' Up stamps and bundles. So I've already got a few people that have placed their orders and selected their items. So, I know, love free shipping day. You will have to pay a small shipping fee on the retired items that I send you, but this right here is like driving me crazy, y'all. Oh, well, I'm not going to worry about it. You won't see it for much longer. So, hey, Tina, how are you? Thanks for commenting. If you want to watch, you can jump over to YouTube or Facebook to see the full portrait mode. I'm fixing to flip over to my desk and create a scrapbook layout. All right, I think that's, in addition, if you place your $75 order, so in addition to the free retired products you can snag, I'll also send you a free tutorial bundle from my fellow past and present artist and design team members. Our design team is called Global Ink Collective, and we have there's 12 of us, and you'll get a PDF tutorial for the month of October, which is featuring the Peaceful Garden Sweet Collection. So beautiful projects and beautiful products. So we had lots of fun with that. All right, I am going to go ahead and flip over to my desk. So thanks for chatting with me and saying hello, everyone. All right, so here are our elements for tonight's scrapbook layout. We'll get to that in just a minute because first I want to share with you about the Keeping Traditions Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. So I've got the guide here. You will receive this guide, full color guide, in your scrapbooking workshop kit. And I forgot to mention, if you buy the scrapbooking workshop kit, I'm going to send you these free, the sparkly whatever they are. I'll tell you in a minute. But the sequins, the sparkly something sequins. And so that'll go. That's not included in the scrapbooking workshop kit. So that's a bonus from me. And then, so I can send it with, either I can send it with your scrapbooking. Let's see here. I guess I'll probably just send it to you straight from Stampin' Up, more than likely. So, but I'll get it to you one way or another. If you're not going to spend the $75, you can, I don't know if I included the link in the description, but I do have a PayPal link that you can use to place your order for just the scrapbooking workshop kit. And if you do that, then I will send those sequins at the same time. That's how that works. Okay, so we made these three beautiful layouts, these three projects, Project 1, Project 2, and Project 3. And I did a little bit of extra to each one of them, and I'll show you real quick. I'll run through what I've done so far. And then there are a few additional products that you may want to get, which would be the Old Olive Classic Stamping Pad and Wink of Stella Glitter Brush, if you were just doing the pages as the instructions tell you to. Now, I've added some additional products that you may want to have as well. Excuse me. And then it includes cutting guide. So there's several pages of cutting, tells you how to cut all the paper, and then you create the pages, gives you full instructions. And if you want to do the extras that I did, you'll just follow along with my videos that are on YouTube. So the ones that are on Facebook will disappear after 30 days, but then you can find them over on YouTube. So we've done all these pages already so far. And then I had all these extra scraps. I still have even more scraps. This is from the kit, and these are scraps. And I'm going to make a page, and I might even do another page, a fifth project, next Thursday. We'll see. All right, let me show you the pages real quick of what we did, and then we'll get started. So just want you to know what is in store for you if you decide to grab this scrapbooking workshop kit. So here are the 2 pages, project number 1, and I did some splattering using the Secret Sea stamping blends, and then I added the gold and white baker's twine. They're those sequins. They're just little sticker sequins. That's what's really cool about them, because they stick right to your page. And then a little bit of stamping, because I'm using the Keeping Tradition stamp set. Then over here, some of the same, I splattered directly on the pattern paper. There's some stamping. Then I did some stamping right down here, some more sequins, changed this up just a bit. And then I created this. So I taught how to create some hidden journaling. Okay. So I'm going to go through these pretty quickly, just because it'll take a little while to get our 4th page done, because there's going to be more stamping involved and maybe a little bit of fussy cutting. Who's heard about National Fussy Cutting Day? I think it's Saturday. I think it's in honor of a fellow scrapbooker in the scrapbooking industry that passed away fairly recently, and she loved fussy cutting. So now we have National Fussy Cutting Day, or International. Not sure. I've seen it on Facebook. And so we're going to do a little bit of fussy cutting today, just using our stamp set here since it doesn't have dies. This is project number 2. And instead of doing like the hidden journaling tag up here, I did like a faux tag. So it kind of looks like it is, but it's a sticker right there. And I punched a hole or a slit and then added some of the ribbon and the baker's twine. I did a little bit of stamping over here, got my journaling in there, did a little bit of extra dovetail in there. We did some coloring with the Wink of Stella and the old olive ink pad. That was the technique that was featured. And then, some more splattering. You may see some a little bit up and around there. And then on this page, I kept it pretty close to the way it was, except I did my journaling down here and added the little bit of embellishments that weren't on the original pages. All right, and then this one, the photos will go live at 8 p.m. Central Time on my Instagram and Facebook. But this is the page I did last Thursday. And it's so funny because when I went to make this one, I was going to say good morning, but good evening, Charisse. I was so used to going live in the morning, and now I'm doing it once a week in the evening on Thursdays right now. Okay, so this one, there was some splattering with the Wink of Stella and the old olive, and then I added in a little bit of the Secret Sea splattering. I'm trying to keep a lot of the same elements throughout all the pages, because this is going to be my December daily for 2024. So if you noticed, I have numbers, so I'm taking a photo from each day of December 2024 and putting at least up to Christmas, because we only have numbers that go up to 25 in the kit. So I did that little bit of extra, another faux tag right here. But this one, actually, in the instructions in the workshop, it actually showed you how to do some hidden journaling. And I decided not to stamp or do anything right there, but I may go back and stamp something there. I haven't decided yet because there's a space to do something. I don't know. And then anything extra? I don't think so. I added a little bit more to this, I think, maybe. And then the opposite page, this is a faux tag. I just left it as is. I didn't put a date or anything there. Maybe I'll just put 2024, because so you know that it's kind of obvious, I think, that it's December. But then I did my journaling and some of the same elements. Didn't do a whole lot of extra. I did this extra. I stamped Joy right there. So I'm using the stamp set just a little bit over those last 3 projects. We're going to do a little bit more today. Thank you, Jane. All right, so let's get busy because this is going to take a little time. It's not going to be too terrible, I don't think. I got a lot prepped already, but these are the ink pads that I've grabbed. I think so far I've only used these 2, so I think we're going to end up using all 3 of them. So we got Old Olive, Secret Sea, and Cherry Cobbler. I tried to match my shirt as close as possible today to the Cherry Cobbler. And then I kind of messed it up as I was putting a little makeup on, but maybe y'all didn't notice. All right, these, y'all have got to grab these. Wasn't big into punches, but I have used these punches so much, not just on these pages, but on other projects. They come in a trio, so you get all 3 of these together, and I just love them. So they're little mini ones. I'm just going to set everything kind of up here and out of the way. There's our Stampy Blend in Secret Sea, our Wink of Stella, which I think I'll do a little splattering on here. And then this is all I have left of my pretty gold and white baker's twine. I'm going to have to place some more on my next order because I love that stuff. I even love the black. You'll get it in a package with the black and gold too. So it's gonna, yeah, I'll show you just real quick. It doesn't coordinate with this, but I used it on this card that I made for my Mail It Monday. How cute is that? That was so fun. I just wanted to do something different, and I wanted to play a little bit more with the More Than Autumn bundle before it um, went bye-bye. It's on the last chance list. And since I'm thinking about it, I'll share this one too. You can make this card out of some of your scraps, possibly. I did use the actual designer series paper on this, and with the Christmas traditions or traditional Christmas bundle and so forth. So there's something coordinated, and we can make more cards out of all our scraps because we still have all these scraps. But I'm thinking I may do another, since we have a fifth Friday in October, I may end up doing another layout next week, y'all. So, okay, these are the traditional sparkling sequins. I don't know why I can't remember that, but this is what you'll get free if you purchase the scrapbooking workshop kit from me. So I'll put it over here in my stash to use at the end. And then these are all my pieces. We'll lay this out and get started here in just a minute because, as you can see, there's lots of pieces. All of this came from the scrapbooking workshop kit, and I still have all of that left. So even the mats came from the scrapbooking workshop kit. The only thing that didn't are the two papers right here, the white willow pieces. So you'll have to have extra of that. So maybe throw a pack of that on your order. I think it's just $10. I think that's right, for 10 or 12, maybe 10 sheets. So this is the Keeping Traditions stamp set that we'll be using. I want to try to incorporate the holly here, and I'm going to do this big title and use some of the words to make a bigger title. And then I really want to cut this out too. So we'll see what we get going. Okay, so let's get started. I want to do a little bit of ink splattering. What we have done, I already have a lot of Winka Stella and the Old Olive in there. And I'm going to look for my spray bottle or my mister. That'll work. Got a little bit of water in one of these just so I can get it a little bit wet. I don't want to put too much. And I'm going to use my Wink of Stella tip, but I'm not going to squeeze any more Wink of Stella in there. And we're going to have, it's going to be white through here, white down here. So I'm going to just not even worry about it. I'm going to splatter everywhere. So I went just a little bit going. Ooh, that was along the top. Grab some more if we need to get a little bit more color. I think I'm gonna try to get, oops, that's not gonna show, so don't worry about it. Pretty sure. Man, how'd that even come out of there? Look how pretty that is. That looks like one of the sequins. All right, so we're gonna do it down here too, but that's gonna end up getting covered up. Uh-oh. 1 second, please. Can anybody hear me? There we go. All right. I don't know. I've got my computer, or I got my phone plugged in, so I'm not sure. I hope it's not Jeff messing up the internet. So, but he's got to go to a praise band meeting here in a little bit. So I'll keep an eye on my video to see if it does that anymore. And maybe we'll unplug. Okay, so there's just a little bit of splattering, and then I'm going to, where's my lid? You will want to clean your tip and when you're ready to use it next time. I'm going to leave it for right now because I might use it again next week. We'll see. Okay, next, let's just do a tiny bit of, I'm like just barely flicking the end. So I had an idea today because, you know, when you do your tip like this, you can kind of destroy your brush tip. And I have a few blends already that I need to replace. And I was thinking, I was like, I need to keep them, the ones that I am using like this, and keep them separately from like the new ones that I would color with as I replace them. And then I can still do my splattering techniques that I really love. And you don't have to do it this way. Actually, you could do it this way too. But look at the difference. Okay, this is kind of why I like to do it like this. I get a softer, more controlled splatter. All right, so it's just real light. I don't know how, I think y'all can see that okay. But if you want more concentrated mist, then hit it with your bone folder. All right, we'll just have to be careful with that and see if that dries. All right, now I stuck all my pieces in my pile of scraps. So, okay, so we're gonna have, so I have a 3x4 photos and one 4x4 photo, I believe. So I did 3¼ by 4¼ mats for the 3x4s and 4¼ by 4¼ mats for the 4x4. And this is the cherry cobbler cardstock that came out of the kit. So we're going to start with something similar to that. So I'm going to go ahead and layer these down. And I'm going to, pretty sure I decided I was just going to start at 8 inches. And then it'll go down a little bit further down here to, it's technically 3 3/4 right there. So do that all the way across. So at 8 inches, that should line up right. And this is kind of unusual, I feel like, putting the photos down first. But, and these, some of these, like maybe this one could be a 4x6 if you wanted it to be. I just decided to do 3x4s. All right. So it almost doesn't look straight, but I think it's supposed to be. We'll see as I put things down. Okay, the next, so I have a little issue with the leftover stickers right here. I'll show you what I did. So there were, I think there were 2 long strips of these, and we used some on another page. And then I think it was kind of like this. And I shouldn't have, this was a full strip right here. And I guess I could maybe, let me see. I might do it. And what I'm talking about is if you'll look real closely, I didn't cut that straight. Look at this end and look at that end. But I might just lay it down, both of them like that, and it'll have a little cut in it. I think I'm going to do that because this one is accurate, but this one is not accurate. I don't know what happened with that. So let me see if this is the same. It's pretty darn close. So I think I'm going to work with this. Okay, so that's going to go across right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one down. And I'll put the good one down on the right page since that's where your eye goes first. I might move this over a little bit. Okay. So trying to use the little bits that were left on the sticker sheet. There were really just numbers for the most part. Whoops. This photo, I'm going to pick up just a little bit. I think I got it a little too far over, like over the edge. There we go. So, everyone, tell me how y'all been. I'm going to see if I can. Oh, that's why I didn't do it that way. Okay, let me see. I don't know if I want to try to cut it. I'm scared to, but let's try. Okay, I put a little tape on the back there so that I could kind of keep it in position. I'm going to be real careful and try to get it cut. Okay, that still does not look straight to me. See, there. Okay, I think that's going to be good. Yay, I did it. So technically, we have these pieces too, but even that's kind of not straight. So I don't know. But see, like you've got this piece you could still do something with. Maybe I'll figure something out with that next week. All right, and then this piece, I'm going to see if I can put these down at the same time. Then you won't even know that I cut them apart unless you look really close. Yay. Okay, I think this is going to work. Oh. Pull them up and... Okay, there we go. How fun is that? Okay, now we have all these pieces we get to work with. So I need y'all's opinion on something because here I'll lay it out and then I'll show you what I was thinking. I prepped it just in case. So we're going to have, so we've got a little bit of, not all the patterns, but most of the patterns. Originally, I had these all the same size, so I cut off about 1/2 inch on this one and this one, and you'll see that I used all 3 of those punches to give some variety, and then we're just going to mirror the same image, and I also did rough up the edges just to give a little bit more texture. So we're going to have the top of our tags up here. I can really probably go ahead and lay those down. And then we're going to have the bottom. I'm going to be careful. I'm going to go ahead and lay this one down right over top of that. So it doesn't, I don't smear it. So it's just right up to the edge. Y'all, it was a sequin. I wondered where that came from. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, that's funny. All right, so I'm just matching these up. Let's go ahead and put these down. There's no reason not to. So I have a brand new one. I thought I was buying refills, and I wasn't, apparently. I bought a whole 10 pack, I think, of the whole applicator, which is fine. Not a big deal. My next workshop, I'll have some for everybody. I figured. Okay, I'll just line it up. And we're creating a little title block right here. All right. Is anyone still with me? Everybody's so quiet. Yeah, I know, Charisse. It's actually haven't gone live in a couple of weeks. I've been recording. Just a second. So I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm married to a drummer who has never really played drums at our house. And he plays in the praise band at church. And he's he's had a drum set now for a couple of years, but hasn't really set it up to play. And he's getting excited to moving things around so he can play again or practice at home. So I think he's making noise. So I just have to learn not to be distracted. Or I need to get used to it, I guess. Thanks, Charisse. I see people are on here, just, I guess I haven't asked the right questions. All right, got a little, since I did the scissor distressing, that's what I did on all these. I went around the edges of everything. Then it's, we'll go this way. I'll go ahead and layer these down. I've got little bits and pieces of paper everywhere. I kind of want to tell him, like, could you be any louder? Since I'm, at least he's not drumming. I don't think I have the canceling noise on my AirPods right now. I kind of do, it feels like it. All right. Okay, I hope it's gonna look okay because I didn't line up the photos right underneath it. So I think once we get everything on here, it'll be all right. Let's make sure you're lining up this way. Well, maybe I didn't make enough for all the tags. We'll have to see. This one goes here. Toppers. I was gonna do toppers, and I don't think I did them for this yet, so. All right. That should be pretty good. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking. I guess we can look at both sides and you'll tell me what you think. If I do one there, one here. Actually, I should have, I don't know if I did another one of these. I did. I'll line them up right up here. This one, I wanted to go on the pattern. And let me see. Yep, I don't think I made, but it's super easy. And it's probably good that I haven't made them for you, or I haven't made them all. So then I can show you just what I did. Because this was kind of an afterthought. And I just had another idea. I wish I had some glitter paper like that or something. I don't think I do. Ooh, I do have some Secret Sea glitter paper because I just got to thinking it would be cool to do a little strip on those. Okay, let me grab it. Let me find it. So I don't have any green or red, but I do have, and it's already cut at 3 inches. And I might even, I could do a little one right down there too. Okay. I'm bringing in, making some alterations already. I'm going to do a 1/4 inch. Yeah, a 1/4 inch so that it'll be similar to, I can put this down here. I'll put this one over here. And then let's not use any more of that. And we'll use this one. I couldn't decide whether to do anything on this one, but let's see. I could put it right there like that. Okay, I think that's what we're gonna do. This one's gonna be fancy. And my blade is gonna be dull after this. Okay, and then 3 of them over here. Now I'm excited. Okay, then I think I need to, I cut them at 1 inches, so 1 inch by 3, so 1 by 3. I need one over here, and thought I had another one of those. But no, I had 2 of the, okay, so I think we're good. So 3. And if you made this ahead of time, if you followed my video and you went back and did it later, oops, the only problem is that I laid these down already. So I'll pop this up and show you. Okay, I'm going to put adhesive right here, and I'm going to line it up. Okay, just like that. So it looks like that. Oops. I don't know why it's doing that. But that wasn't very long, I don't think, was it? Is the video going out? Let me know. I'm assuming everyone's seeing that. It used to do it when I was unplugged, but now I'm plugged in, so I don't know. Maybe they changed it on my software. Okay, so it's this. And then maybe, I'm not going to worry about that too much. And if you wanted to, I think I'm going to leave it and not, just save some time. So flip it over from the back and then just line up where I had that hole. And I'm just doing it this way because this was kind of an afterthought of doing the tab on the top. All right, now this I can just stick on there. Second, I got something stuck to my finger. And then this one, I'll just line it up. Right there. And then let's see what it looks like with the glitter paper. This is the Peaceful Garden glitter paper. I think I'm going to go up here like that. Is that one a little long? If it's a little long, I'm going to push it that way and then I can cut it off in a minute. Okay, yes. I'm going to go ahead and do this one too. And it'll cover up some of this. And just give it a nice clean line right there. Especially since this is white. Okay, that was a perfect addition. Okay, I'm trying to get all the glitter and paper pieces off. All right. So we can add these. Again, if you're recreating my page, you could do all of this at once. You could layer it would be a square. If you took this and the tag and did it kind of like that first, layered it on there, and then cut everything at the same time, that would be a little quicker. But since I'm kind of processing through it, and I don't have every single little detail figured out, there. Okay, really love that addition. It needed something. Sometimes you look at your pages and it's like it needs a little something, something. So just start kind of brainstorming. Of course, then you have to remember what all you have in your stash. That will work. All right. I think I'll leave this one with nothing on it. And maybe we'll do some stamping on these. All right, I'll go ahead and do this one at the bottom. Okay, and then that's ready. Let's go right up to like the end of the triangle there. What did I do? Yeah, I think I did the light side on these. I am using two-tone cardstock on all of this too, because that's what came in the kit. So you've got the option of the dark side or the light side. We're going to add some to these right here. We're going to add some ribbon, and it's going to poke out a little bit up from the top of the page. This one, I got to do the same thing. I can go ahead and I'm going to just put adhesive down. Line up that edge and the top. So what's everybody got going on this weekend? We're getting close to the I just saw Sharice's comment. I pray for you and your marriage. I think I'll be all right if he's playing Christian music. Of course, a little rock and roll would be fun to hear too, I think. Yeah, we've been together 10 years and I haven't really heard him play I really haven't heard him play anything other than Christian music because it's always been at church. So it should be interesting. So we're empty nesters now and kind of trying to figure out. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scrapbooking and card making. But now he's ready to have his hobbies on the downtime in the evenings with no kid and interruptions and things like that. All right, so there we got that going on. Now we just need a little bit of, one thing I didn't grab was, and didn't show you, I am using the Real Red. Yeah, this may not be, is this cherry cobbler? I think it's cherry cobbler, and that's what I grabbed anyways. It could be Real Red that I'm supposed to be using. I'm going to grab it just to see. See, that looks too bright to me. I like the cherry cobbler, yeah, better. But I am using the real red ribbon. All right, so I gotta just, this little tip, it's kind of silly, but I have this little tray over here that has, this is an old close to my heart tray, and I have all my adhesives in here that I use. So I store them kind of like this. And it's just sitting right over here. And I've got one of those little nail buffers, you know, can do the nail buffer thing. And I use this for sanding some. And what's been really, really handy is I've been using this glue for a while now. And when I pull that out, I just stick it in there now. Now I've been using these little kind of pins, tacks for some of my ribbon too. I just found them. I forgot that I had them. It was probably to make a wreath or something like that. And I've been using them just to hold the ribbon down in place like that. Well, kind of like that. Okay. And I can just tack it in there too until I'm ready and I need it again. So I don't know. I just little ideas like that. I'm like, oh, that's because I'm always searching on my table for it. I never can find the pins to put them back where they belong. And now I can just stick them in there. So anyways, there's my 2 cents. I do have to cut off just a smidge because it puts a hole in there, but whatever. Okay, so my idea is to carry along the techniques, as in, I'm going to do it this way, and probably, and I don't know that I'll keep it this long, but this one will sneak right in there, and we'll do some there, and we're going to tie it off with the gold. And here, let's just make this easier. I'll cut it the same length to get started with, because we're going to do one on each side. I'll tie the cute little bow here in a minute. And I'll trim it down a little bit, but I might have just a smidge poking up at the top of the paper because my scrapbook pages go into top loading page protectors. So it's okay to have a little bit of fun stuff hanging out the top of it. How's everybody else feel about that? Okay, so there, I've got that. I'll keep it handy because I might put a little bit down somewhere else. And we still gotta stamp our title and all that here in a minute. Okay, so I usually have been taking about 12 inches. So I'll go a little bit longer. I see that that's a little frayed, so I'm gonna cut that off. So 2 of these. So is anyone crafting with me? Y'all doing anything? I know I can't see what you're doing, but you could give me a little sneak peek or a little word visual. All right. So here is another little trick or tip that I like to do. I like to hold the ends with my self-closing handy dandy Stampin' Up! Tweezers that came in the embossing kit. And I like this to be fairly long. And I'm going to tie a knot just to make it easier to tie my bow here in a minute. Okay, then I can do my bow. And I've really liked, kind of wish this was a little bit longer. Maybe I'll just do it like that. I've really kind of liked lately my bows where the tails are going in opposite directions like that. There we go. See? And then I would probably cut it off about maybe right there and right there. And kind of pull it out like that. Yeah, kind of frayed it already. There we go. Cleaned it up a little bit. All right, and do the same thing over here. Actually hold it down to your paper. That's even better. Of course, I got to get that up under there first. So get this underneath first, and then if you can clip it to your paper, it really keeps it out of the way. All right, and I don't know, can kind of maneuver it and make it do what you want it to do. There we go. I might cut just a smidge of this off. I liked my other ones. They were actually a little bit longer. So maybe cut these at like 15 inches. Well, you'll just have to look at the other pages. I'm not going to dig them out right now. All right, I'm going to take a break for just a second, get something to drink. How's everyone doing? Thanks for the likes and the hearts. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, be sure to go do that. I am passionate about scrapbooking on YouTube. If you're not there already, that's how you can find me. And there should be links in my link tree to my YouTube channel. Okay. I gotta do this too. So same thing. I'll cut it about right there and about. It's hard to keep them separated. At an angle. That wasn't much of an angle, but I might clean it up here in just a little bit. And I might cut it down just a tiny bit more. They can go either way. They can go this way or that way. They don't really pull out much. There we go. Okay, so that's done. I don't think I'm going to do any other ribbon on here. If you wanted to, you could do a couple more, but I'm going to leave it just like that. I wanted this to kind of be the focal point area. So I guess let's do our title stamping real quick. I do know that I want to do the Christmas. So I'm thinking, let's see here. What did I think I was going to do? Celebrate Christmas Magic. It's all different fonts, and I think it'll look really cute. So I'm going to stamp Christmas like right in the middle here. That's a good place to start. And see how big of a, will this work? Yes. Okay. So that blocks, I want to stamp it right about there. Looks like I've got, I have to, oh, that's a little bit of splattering. I probably should splatter. I didn't even think about that. I might splatter a little bit more there in a little bit. Okay. Hey, Ruth. Thanks for joining and commenting. Hope you're doing well. All right, so let's just ink this up. First time I'm using this, so sometimes it might be a good idea to test it. I don't know if I have any scrap paper. I've got a mess over here right now. Here, I've got, y'all want to see. This is what I was playing with earlier today. Some new products. I will do it on the back down here at the bottom. Got a lot of little smudgies. I just want to see how it's going to stamp. I need some more ink. Yeah, I need to make sure I'm inked up really good. I don't think I've used this. Oh, maybe I have. I don't remember. Just want to make sure I have lots of ink on it. think I'm good. Go down around the edges if you're looking for ink. Sometimes if you're always stamping right there, I'm going to go ahead and test it one more time. That was much better. Still a little. So I guess I need a re-inker. And I don't have one in this one. Okay, I'm just making sure that hopefully it's going to be nice and juicy. We'll see. All right, I'm just going to kind of eyeball it right in the center there. Don't rock it back and forth because I've got all that ink in there. Pretty good. It's a little bit lighter right in there, but that'll work. So make sure your ink pads are re-inked real good. Guess I'm putting that on my list of things to get to. I'm pretty sure I don't have a re-inker for it. It will stain your stamps, especially the cherry cobbler, but they still work just fine. Just shows that they're well loved now. All right, Christmas. Celebrate Christmas magic. I think I like that. Celebrate Christmas magic. Okay, I'm going to do celebrate. Haven't used that yet. So I haven't used either one of these stamps yet. So let's try to use some tonight that we haven't used previously. I think I need a bigger block. There we go. We'll just do this big one. Okay. And now I'm going to do that in Old Olive. And then we'll do the magic in Secret Sea. And I'll go right up here. Okay. And we even have some scraps of white willow from the Scrapbooking Workshop kit. We'll come back to Old Olive and Cherry Cobbler here in a minute to stamp some of those holly. And those will be easy to cut out. So the fussy cutting won't be too big of a deal. And I don't know, as far as we're not going to have any big clusters, I guess. This is another re-inker I need. Secret Sea is a favorite of mine. Anyone else? I forget what they had on special. Was it the in colors that they did? The specials? I don't remember, a while back. So I think I'll go right up in here a little bit. Trying to decide if I want to go. I think I'll go right there. Okay, so close to the S. But I got all the new in color re-inkers, but they were out of the Secret Sea because everybody needed it, I guess. I still haven't gotten it. So I probably should be writing down my list. Okay, celebrate Christmas magic. Now let's do, I need to decide if there's going to be some dies or some, I may need to bring something extra in. Okay, I want to do this at some point somewhere. I'm not sure where. I'm going to lay a few of these out. I'm going to try to be careful and not let them 15, 16. Okay, my last pages had, I was up to 15. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Oops. I don't know why it keeps going out, y'all. Okay, so I know I need some of this. I'm feeling like I need to bring in some like die cut sprigs or something. What else do we have? We'll stamp a few of these on some white cardstock strips and probably put them down and around. So I got to figure out where my clusters are, but here are my white willow scraps that we have to stamp on. So let's just gonna kind of visualize. If I do a couple right there and here, that'll fill that in a little bit. And then I feel like I might need some down here somewhere. Maybe it'll go more over here, and then this can go over this way a little bit. This is going to be for journaling right here. All right, let's just work on our holly right now. I'm gonna keep trying to keep all my scraps together. Okay, and I'm going to put that over here. And I'm going to take this, and I think I'm just going to flip it over. It's stuck to there, so it should be okay. If I stamp mainly over here, we should be good. So let's do, I'm going to do 5 holly just to have them. And then we can just visit, chit chat while I'm fussy cutting. These won't be hard to fussy cut, so it won't take that long. But I feel like the way it's set up, I may have to have kind of a zigzag of elements. And I might pull, see anybody remember offhand what the traditions of Christmas stamp sets are? Traditional labels. I think, you know what, that's all I have. I don't have the other. But we'll look. Like that might be cool on this page somewhere. Or maybe just do something like that with to add some, I'm not sure. We'll see. I wanted some sprigs, but I'm not sure what I have that will work. I'm looking, give me just 1 second. I don't know. Okay, now I need red or cherry cobbler. There is a floral one. Yeah, I don't have the floral set that goes with the traditions of Christmas. I didn't end up getting that one. Thank you, Heather. Okay, let's go ahead and let me see where I'll have to flip it over to see what color I want. Ooh, I need to do it in, I think I need to do it in Secret C, do that postage stamp, because it's going to be somewhere, I think, right in here. And I stuck it up here. I'll just stamp right here. I don't think I got it inked up very good. It'd be kind of a cool look, though, if... Okay, that's better. I do really need some re-inkers. I know that now. And I don't think I'm going to do a number. I think I'm going to do one of the hollies on it. So we'll think about these. And maybe I'll just cut a few of, maybe this just be an element with the holly over top of it. I'm not sure. Okay, what I prefer to do is cut all these apart like this. And then I'll cut them out. I'm going to keep them as a grouping. So we'll cut. All right, so while I'm doing this, I'll kind of glance up. So what other sets were in? We had, what was that? In the mini catalog and I have the snowflakes. I don't know if there's anything in there I could bring in. The pine snowflakes. Okay, this is where I'm just gonna cut it up like that. Okay, I'll go a little bit faster. And as I'm brainstorming, I'm trying to visualize the stamps that I have. Okay, so it'll go up here. I just feel like I'm gonna need a little bit of something extra. I don't want to go too crazy, go too long. I don't even know what time it is. Yeah, we're doing good for a regular evening. Usually it's about an hour and a half. That would have been better if I'd had all this prepped ahead of time, but I just didn't quite get it together. I was actually working on an artisan assignment and I got really into it. And I was like, oh, I don't want to stop, but I've got to stop so I can prep. It's always hard to get started and then you get in the middle of it and you don't want to stop. This might be taking, maybe I'm not that fast of a fussy cutter as I thought I was. Okay, there. You may have noticed if you were with me at the beginning or if you're watching the replay later that I've been wearing my glasses because my contacts, my eyes are changing. I think for the better. Jeff and I have cleaned up our diet and it's good in one aspect, but then it kind of stinks in another because I just bought a whole year's worth of new contacts in the summer. And I think I'm going to have to get them replaced here pretty quick or just wear my glasses for a while. I have bifocal glasses, so I'm seeing pretty much better with them. So I've been wearing contacts forever and a day since I was like 16. Thank goodness I had a backup pair of glasses. And maybe I feel like it's going to go over here somewhere. So did anybody share what they've been working on? Anybody making Christmas cards? Cherise said earlier, she said, was watching while making dinner. Yeah, our dinner's going to be late tonight, but I'm just going to cook up some steaks. And I've got it down to a T. Just takes 10 minutes, probably 15 total. I cook them in the cast iron skillet, and they're so yummy. But on these nights when we either have church, usually we have church now on Wednesday nights. We're doing a discipleship class. But this week it was kind of like a bye weekend between subjects. And so we didn't have to go last night. And then doing my lives. We've had something going on the past 2 Thursdays, and it's actually my father-in-law's birthday today, but I convinced everyone that we could celebrate on Sunday because I had my live tonight that I had promised I would do, and we're leaving town in the morning, hoping to see my nephew, who's like the star player of our hometown football team, or my hometown football team. He's a senior this year, so my brother's son, and he's a rock star, y'all. He's gonna be a superstar, I think, someday. So he's hoping to play football for somebody, some college. Gee, we always thought he would play baseball because that's what he loved for so long. And then maybe his freshman year, he tried out for football and fell in love with football. So that was shocking. Okay, so something kind of like that. And then I got to cut all these little. That one I'm going to save because I didn't stamp it very good. And I think this one, you know what? I'm going to do with this one real quick. Instead of, yeah, it'd probably just be easier, y'all, to just cut straight across, wouldn't it? Yeah. Since my edges aren't straight. So we're supposed to have some icky weather, I think. So somewhere right in there, and I think I'll do something like that. So now I just need some circles or berries. So turn your paper instead of your scissors to get a cleaner cut. Some dies for these would be really nice. Okay, there's that. Oh, there goes my video again. It's happening kind of randomly, so I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully it'll come back. There we go. It makes a little noise every time. I wonder, I'm going to have to check my cord. Mr. Pumpkin likes to chew on my cords. I hope I don't have a short because this is like a brand new cord. And that little stinker jumped up here the other day, yesterday I think it was, and I don't have any space on my table anymore for the cats to be up here with me. And he jumped up here and I was shooing him away and he like bit my cord. He looked at me and like, I'm going to bite the cord. I mean, he just barely put his mouth around it, but I was like, yeah, little jerk. uh, oh, my guy, he knows exactly what he's doing. Could you talk about the special Yes, I could talk about that. All right, so I decided to do a BOGO, buy one, get one special. Since we were Stamping Up announced the free shipping that is going on through tomorrow, Friday, October 24th, till 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm in Central Time, so it's just easier to say Mountain Time because that's Stampin' Up time. And when you place an order of $75 or more on my Stampin' Up website at passionateaboutscrapbooking.stampinup.net, there's a link in my bios and there's a link tree that you can just click on. And so purchase your $75 or more to get free shipping with Stamping Up now through tomorrow. And when I get confirmation of your order, I will email you the link, if you're not on my newsletter list, to look at the retired stamps that I have, stamps and bundles. So I have a few just standalone stamps, and I have a lot of retired bundles. So they have stamps and dies. You'll be able to choose equal value or less, I guess. So if you spend $75, you get $75 in retired products. If you spend $100, you'll get $100 in retired. You can choose from those items. All I have right now are the stamps and the bundles because I haven't sorted through any of my other stuff. So that's just what I have. But I have it on a landing page that you can scroll through, and you'll pay $9 for shipping on the retired products. So nothing on your new products from Stamping Up because they're offering the free shipping. But on the retired products, you will pay $9 for up to 5 items, and then $15 for over 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9, however many you want. But you would have to spend like a lot of money to get up to the $15 shipping fee probably. But hopefully that answered your question. Guess we were not paying enough attention to him, I know. Yeah, those kitty cats. All right, so that's ready. Got all that. I need something else though. So there's nothing really on here as far as imagery. And then let's see what, so give me 1 second and I'm just going to scan through. Of course, I don't know what the bundles look like. There's the Delicate Pines. I'm going to grab it and just look. That might work. Of course, y'all will hate me for doing this one. But you can find this type of leaf in a lot of our bundles. What else I was looking here again real quick. Let me scan a little bit more and see what else. Maybe, what is that? Let's see here. The Gathering Moments. Nope, it doesn't really have anything that would work. Grateful, nope. What is that one? Label Me Grateful. Maybe that. I think I like that better. That actually matches, looks really close to that right there. So I think that's what we'll do. But, if you have the what do you call it? If you have the, sorry, I'm getting a scratchy voice. Let me see what green I have left over. I think I have a big, yeah, I have a big chunk of green. But it could be that instead, or maybe I can do some of both. Digging through my scraps. All right, so I think I'm gonna do a couple of these. And that'll just add a little something extra to this, because it's just looking kind of sad. Okay, so I'm going to move this over here. Actually, how about I just do this? Since I haven't been live in so long, I'm just kind of enjoying myself tonight. So trying not to worry about the time so much. So thanks for hanging out with me. If you're started from the beginning. All right, so we'll do dark side because we've got dark side up here. I'll move this up a little bit so y'all can see maybe. And I'll have to run it through a few times since I only have one. But let's see here. I'm going to, I just heard a funny noise. Hope my AirPods shouldn't be going dead. Maybe I can go ahead and just, I'm going to stick this under there like that and cut two at a time. That's what I'm going to do. I always just like to have some tape to post-it tape. The other thing I want to do, if I can squeeze it in here, let me see what other scraps I have real quick before I think I'm going to keep this long one and I'll use this one. It's not going to fit. So let's just do this first. Okay. I was going to do a couple of white labels, I think, or the white arrow, whatever I had, whatever it was. Maybe I can cut two at a time. Let me see what it looks like. Uh-oh, I didn't do very good on that one. Look, I didn't even get it all the way. I have to line them up a little bit better, but that's gonna help so much. Okay, don't worry about that one. Let me try this again. I'll line it up on this side. And maybe it'll work this time. Okay, pretty sure it'll get the green one that time. Okay, so what did I get this out of? Did I get it out of the pine, whatever it's called? I think I put it away. Well, I didn't do very good with the tape that time. There we go. Okay, I'll pull them apart in a minute. I don't think I can get another one. I'll do it kind of at an angle. I'm going to stop just so I can see what. I don't want to cut a bunch more that I have to. So maybe I'll do, I don't know. Maybe we'll do the same or like two colors on each one or something, or kind of depends on where it's laying on the page, I think. That's going to make a world of difference. Okay. Just needed something else to take up a little bit more space, you know? guess I could look at the sentiments or the words in the Keeping Traditions stamp set and see if they'll fit on any of those labels. Okay, maybe one more time. I don't know if I'll do 2 on each one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I'm getting kind of confused. I'm just trying to line it back up so that for the most part doesn't have to be. Get one more double out of there and then maybe one more green since I messed up the first green one. So I'm just going to thank y'all for being here and watching because I'm missing my lives that I was doing all the time, but I just had to back off a little bit. I'm going to have to clean that up later. I don't need that, I don't think. It was just getting to be a little too much at the moment, but maybe I'll get back into it and do a few more. It may have to wait till after the first of the year, though, because my mother and my new stepdad, they got married in August, and they just bought a new house. And my mother will be moving from the house that she has lived in, that I grew up in. I was 7 years old when they moved there. That was like 47 years ago. So when she first told me yesterday, I had a little, or maybe it was the day before, I think it was yesterday, I cried. I was like, oh, my childhood home. But now I'm okay about it. I'm like, okay, I think I'll be all right. Okay. Let's look at there's the Delicate Pines. That's where I got this die from. So I'm going to stick it back in there. Look at all those dies. I can't wait to play with this one. So there's this. I'm trying to grab all the things I pulled out. I'm thinking I just want to do some of these like traditions, fa la la, maybe cheer. I mean, I could do some of those, but I'm trying to just use this for the most part. But the labels, yeah. I think I just will probably just cut them straight. I don't want all these fancy labels on here, really. So we won't do that, any more of that. Maybe these. I think I might do like 3 of these or something. Let's try maybe one of those. I'll put it down here. See if I can get 3 out of this piece. Oh, it's tight. I think it's going to go. I may kind of wish I had. I don't know if it'll fit. So let me do these first. Let me put that out of the way. Once I get this done, we're almost done, I think. Just our clusters and then our embellishments. So just a little bit of stamping. Maybe I can just stamp the words on here. That's kind of neat. Look how it kind of cuts it. It's very detailed. Let me get one more. This will just have 3. I don't know if I need 3, but I always, there goes my video again. Why, oh, why? I wonder if there's some update that I need to do. Okay, I think I'm back. All right, let me see if I can sneak one more of these. I think I can get one more of those in right there. See, just barely fits. All righty. Yeah, I'm always, does anybody else keep little pieces like that? I can't help myself. And now that I have my fancy scrap totes that I absolutely love, that is my absolute new favorite. Let me show y'all my, if you haven't seen, I don't know if you can see it, two-tone basics. So there's all my two-tone scraps. I go for the scraps now before I go to my 12 by 12 pieces. And then I have 4 of those totes, and I also have it for the 8.5 by 11 basics in colors. And so just whatever will fit is what I end up putting each one. So, and it's right behind me because I'm at my new standing table. And it's been so great. I love it so much. Like, I'm going to save that because I bet I can put it somewhere like it's hiding up under something. Maybe I can make it work somewhere. Okay, last little bit. Let's see. Do I want to put any up here? I could do something there. I could stamp something there. I could stamp something up there. Let me all see about those. And then I'm thinking maybe we'll end up all the way over here with this layered. And then we're going to have maybe some of, what did I just tear it off? I don't know what I did to that one. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it was at the end of the page. Oh, anyways. Okay, so there's that one. So maybe this will, there, way over here and over here. Maybe I won't need this one. Or it can go up here. Okay. So I'm just trying to, there's a lot going on here. So let me see what, something like that. I have this one. Okay, it's going to go right here. Maybe something like this. And let me pull these out of the way and see what else. So what, some of these need to go over here. And then these over here. This will go up like up in this area. Got the red like right up in there, tucked in. So this will be part of the title. That work? I think it'll be okay. I think it'll work. And then this, somewhere around there, probably put the secret C down here. And this up over here a little bit. So then I don't really know if we need these. I think that might be too much. We'll see. Not sure about those yet. Okay, we're going to start right here and try to get this wrapped up here pretty quick. Okay, what can I fit in there? I've already got Magic and Celebrate. I could do Fa La La. Joy may actually be really great. Or, and that Mary. Make Mary, but I think it needs to be over here. Maybe there. Let's see what else we got. Could do Jolly and Holly. Okay, Joy I think will be fun up here. Okay, and then we just need something right there that maybe I could do December documented. Just tucked in there because we'll have a lot of stuff going on right there. Okay, let's try that and build up our clusters real quick, and then I'll decide if I'm going to do those or not. Okay, let's do these real quick. So I'm going to make this kind of simple if I can, or as quick as I can. So I'm going to bring in my silicone mat so I can just glue some of this down, like without using liquid glue. It'll be a little bit faster. Love the silicone mat. Okay, so I think I'm going to do it up this way since we have, I got to figure out where. Okay, I think it's gonna, I'm gonna lightly lay it down. Let's do, if I can find them. I think I can put a tiny dimensional. Got to be careful or you're going to tear those apart. Ooh, I got a mess going on. I think I'm going to do it like right there. Okay. Thank you, Jane. Should it go that way or maybe this way? Okay, and then kind of do the same thing here. I think I'll do, see where I want it. I think a little bit further away from this area, so I'll do it like, I don't know, I'm trying to decide. I guess it needs to be that way. Okay. So who would go to this effort? Trying to find everything. I think that's it. There. I'll put there and here. And I want to go this way. Remember, we have our cute, we have our dots. I'm going to do that in cherry cobbler. All of them may be in cherry cobbler, I think, from what I can tell. Let me position it up here so I have something flat. There's like a lot going on now. I'm having a hard time finding things. Everything's going to be red. I'm going to do it over on that side. Just be careful when you have ink there. If you're worried about rocking your stamps, then maybe clean it off beforehand or Okay, gotta watch my fingers too if they get inky. I'm knocking stuff on the floor. Hold, please. Losing my scraps. I have my trash can. I think I need to move my trash can over to this side. Because I'm gonna. Sorry. Yep. I don't have enough room. Okay. Pop this up. This is gonna give more. Oops. I think I only need 2 plus a cat hair. I just threw those in the floor because my this trash can isn't where I'm used to it being. Okay, I'll do about right there. And then I think I'll tuck these under this time. Let me close my ink pad before I stick my elbow in it. Does anybody else do that? Thank you so much, Dr. J.C. Tama. Alrighty, let's see here. Oops, yucky little bug. Get off my work. Sorry, just had to squish it. All right, this is going to end up blending in just a little bit, but that's fine. I'll put it more up here. Maybe I'll go this way with it. I'm going to tuck it up under a little bit more. And then this one I think I still need, I think, mini dimensionals. I'm going to stick it right about there, I think. This can go right on there. I'm not going to do any more dimensionals because all that's raised already. Well, did I get any on there? Okay, I think this is working. I like it. Okay, now try one more time. We'll do I think I'll try to do it from the nail. I don't know. If I do it this way with everything on this side, then that can go maybe up at the top. I'm trying to think of the. Okay, I think I'm visualizing it. So I got to clean off my block. Everything's red tinted. Huh, there my screen goes again. Let's see, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. Well, there we go. Kind of, I think I barely tapped it. I think we're good. I'm going to move everything over just a smidge. Guess I will have to check my, whoops, sorry to get my hair in there. Got it, oops, I need to make sure I'm on the, not on the ridge. Okay. It's kind of like, yes. And move that so I can visualize down here. I just saw my, did I? There they are, my big dimensionals. Okay, we're almost done. Just got to do these last two clusters and add the sequins, and we're good. I'm going to move it over this way just a little bit. Then I could tuck these up under. Let me figure out where I'm going to put. Probably do it kind of like this underneath here somewhere. Yeah. There. And all right, so as we're wrapping it up, don't forget that if you purchase the Keeping Traditions Scrapbooking Workshop Kit today or tomorrow before 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time, tomorrow, Friday, October 24th, FYI, I am in the United States, so I can only accept orders from those in the United States. But you will receive a free package when you buy the Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. Through the end of October, I'll give you a free package of the sequins. But through tomorrow, if you purchase anything, if you throw in the Scrapbooking Workshop Kit as part of your $75 or more order, you'll not only get those free, as long as you get the Scrapbooking Workshop Kit, but you'll also get, with the order of $75 or more, the you can choose from my retired Stampin' Up stamps and bundles. I'll send you a link after you place your order. There it goes again. My apologies. I'm not sure what's causing that. To do a little research. There we go. But I'm going to put it right down there in the bottom when I find my ink pad. You can choose equal or lesser value of whatever your subtotal was for your Stampin' Up order. And from my retired product list that I'll share with you. And you'll also get the Global Ink Collectives bundle tutorial PDF. I'll email that to you as well, because you get that free with a $50 order the month of October. So lots of goodies, lots of reasons to place your order in the next 2 days. Free shipping, free retired products, free sequins if you buy the Scrapbooking Workshop Kit, and a free PDF tutorial. All right, so it's going to go right there. Okay, pretty sure I'm not going to do anything with these this time. I don't even know where the other one went. Oh, it's on my keyboard. All right, this one will go. This is perfect, y'all, to put it right here above the journaling. I didn't even think about that. I always love when that happens. All right, so I know that's going to go like right there, I think. And then this one can go up this way. This is going to go down like right here, I think. I think I'm just going to do it just like that. Yeah, I'll put it maybe a little higher. I don't know, maybe a little lower. Probably need one little dimensional right behind there. Oops, I didn't get it far enough. Okay, I gotta pull the backing off blindly. Give me 1 second. And this will go, this time it'll go this way, I guess. That'll work. I'm gonna put dimensionals right here, mini ones, but I'm not going to take the backing off yet because it's over my photo. So I'll just, let's see, tack it down like right there. So there's glue right there. And then we'll do this one. All right, just some sequins and we're gonna call it done. I know this one took a little bit longer than normal. So I'm not sure what's gonna go up there. Maybe nothing, we'll just leave it like that. We always need some white space, right? It's okay to leave some white space. If you followed me for very long or know my scrapbooking style, I really, really love to have some white. I use the white willow bases a lot. Now my card making is totally different sometimes, I guess. I don't use quite as much white. All right, let's see what we can do right here. Maybe, oh, we can bring in some of that blue. That would be pretty. I think we need to do that since we have just this little bit of blue up here. We'll do the pool party, I think is what this is. I'll do a little one over here. This is perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to do some in here. Uh-oh. Kitties are hungry. I'll do the little ones. Yeah, up here, I think. And then okay. And then down over here. How'd I do that one? Let's do large, medium. Can't really do like a triangle so much. Or maybe I can. I'll do it right there. I don't know. Just kind of. Sometimes the angle, if you go like too far across or straight across, I don't like it. I like it to be off or like up there. All right. This is the last bit. Let me see where I want this. Not going to be able to see it a lot over here, but so maybe I'll do a big one and medium over here. And the little one will go up here somewhere. I feel like I want it right in there, even though you could still see it. All right. All right, all right, all right. Yay, it came together. I love it now. Ooh, I panicked there when I realized I needed something else, but that'll work. Thank you, Ruth. Thanks for being here. Thanks for commenting. Give me some likes and hearts. I always appreciate that. If you're on YouTube, be sure to follow me, subscribe, and I'm going to wrap it up. if you have any questions, let me know. I'll drop some links into the description for projects 1, 2, and 3. And if everything works out okay next week, if I get all my deadlines done, then maybe next Thursday night, I'll create another project using the rest of the scraps that I have, because I still have so many scraps, y'all. I'll kind of pull, let me get all the little dimensional backings out of here. But like I messed up on these. Look how I got the hole too far up. I have these scraps. I can cut that off or do something different with it. And then I still have like all these bits and pieces. I was just going to show you. This will probably be the screenshot that Stamp or YouTube will save. But I've got just a little bit of this. So I've got like that. I've got, ooh, and look at this. Maybe something with this would be cool. Still got all of this. And then more of that paper plus cardstock. So yeah, I still have red and blue cardstock, secret C. So sometimes it's so hard to use up all your scraps. But I'm gonna try. Way back in the day, I used to do some videos. I probably only did a couple, like 12 years ago. Kill your kit. Have you ever heard of that? Kill your kit. Well, they probably, YouTube and everything probably wouldn't like me to call it that anymore, so I won't do that. No. So I hope they don't mess up my video now because I just said that. We'll see. All right. So thanks for joining me. Y'all take care. Have a great weekend. I'm hoping to, please pray that the weather cooperates and we get to see my nephew play football tomorrow night. I would really love to see him play, and I hope they win if they get to play too. So, all right, take care, everyone. God bless you all. Have a great evening, rest of your evening or day. Jane, she's just starting her day in Australia. And see y'all next week. Bye.